guys. Just getting set up here on Instagram. Perfect. All right. Hello, guys. This is kind of a new segment. I'm combining my Ask Me Anything with coffee chats where we basically talk about current events. Hey, Masha, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you guys doing? I see pictures of your cat. So, this is part of a new segment. If you're new to me, my name is Tina Marie. I'm a mindset success coach for overwhelmed entrepreneurs. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much for taking your time for watching the replay. Come say hello, do hashtag replay in the comments so I can come and say hello back to you later on. So this segment is a combination of my coffee chats that I was doing on Fridays and the Ask Me Anythings on Thursdays. I want to add some more topics. So Fridays are now going to be all about financial tips for small business owners with my background in accounting and business strategy. And I got some feedback that you guys wanted to learn more about how to manage your money, especially now with COVID happening. So today is going to be a segment of where we're going to talk about either current events that could be affecting our business and how we run our business, and also an opportunity for you to bring your questions and kind of get free coaching from me. So let's dive in. This is a question that I get a lot. And so I wanted to start off with the topic of how to run your business during COVID. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. No one knows how to run a successful business during a pandemic. It has never happened during our lifetime or even our parents' lifetime. But there's a lot of similarities when it comes to a recession that we had about 10 years ago. And there's going to be some few changes that we're going to have to make. I'm sorry to say that business is not going to be as usual. Life is not going to be as usual. There is a new normal. So bear with me. There was a lot that I wanted to go over to answer this question so I can make sure that I hit all the points for you. So I did take some notes and I want to make sure I get through them all. The first thing that comes to mind when you want to run a successful business during COVID is, first things first, assess your financial damage. If you have not done so already, a lot of you probably already have done your financials, worked with your accountant to get the PPE loans or try to apply for grants. But really, it's half the year now. Second quarter is almost done. This is still a great time to be assessing your financials. You're probably not going to be meeting your revenue goals or sales goals for the year, or maybe you are just totally one of those industries that really just exploded during this time. But this is really a time that you really want to assess your financials. And I'm not just talking about reading your profit and loss statement, your cash flow statements. I really want you to look at how your business has changed and how it's got affected. Have you had to hire more people or have you had to lay off people? Because as things start opening up and as things are starting to get back to, we'll say, normal, in the sense of people are going back out, people are going back into the office, making money, regardless if you're an at-home business or if you have a brick and mortar, you're going to have to start creating a recovery plan. Some of you, your funds may have made you last for maybe 3 months if you got the PPE loan, or you're finding different ways to make money. But really think about how much it's going to impact you to hire people back. Are you not going to be able to hire more people back? What are some changes that you have to make? Do you need to get new equipment? And software, anything to help run your business more smoothly when you come back? You want to get those in mind. I did mention this before. You also want to think about your business model. So what are you offering now? How have you been operating, and what things that you need to change? A lot of you probably have already pivoted, but what are you going to need to change in the future? What are the trends that are going to happen in the future? And some of these trends you really want to think about. Now with COVID, not that we don't have a vaccine yet, it's still rampant. There's still a resurgence in a lot of the countries, even maybe in your state and city. You're going to think there's going to be mandated masks now. So if you have a brick and mortar, or if you have an office where you meet clients, you're going to have to start thinking about a new protocol of how clients are going to meet you, or how customers are going to be in your store. How many customers are you going to allow at a time in order to keep the social distancing and the public health? And so you need to kind of figure out, probably have to rearrange your business model. It may not be the way that it used to be. Maybe you need to add an e-commerce aspect to your business if you haven't had that anymore. If you are service-based, thinking about actually moving to digital, doing virtual sessions or creating digital products or digital workshops. So really look at, if you haven't already, is changing your business models and what other different opportunities that you can be resourceful and still meet the needs of your customers, but still be protecting the public health and protecting yourself and still bringing in money. Hey, Pam, thanks for joining. So that's the first thing you should be really doing. And if you have the time and able to work with your accountant or bookkeeper who knows your financials, this is a great time to sit down with them if you're able to, because I know they're getting bogged down. That's the second thing, is reworking your budget and your offerings. I mentioned about your offerings, but you really should reworking your budget. Is there any expenses that you can eliminate? And is there any new expenses that you're going to have to take on in order to meet the needs and demand of the new business model, your customers' needs, and meeting those needs? And a great way to do some market research is the clients and customers that you already have. I'm sure you have their email addresses and have an email list. Reach out to them. Reach out to them and say, hey, what will make you feel safe to come back and work with me? Do you prefer to work in person or online? If you have a brick and mortar, think about what their concerns might be about wanting to come back into your store. So that way you are ready and prepared for those moments. The third thing you really want to do is create a realistic timeline about your recovery plan. I know a lot of you have probably lost a lot of money and are probably in a rush, freaking out, and want to get back to the point where you were before. But be realistic with your recovery plan. Look at the trends of your clientele, whether you're online and you do nationwide or worldwide, or you have a brick and mortar and you're more local. What is the kind of environment or feel that your clientele has? Are they too afraid to be going out? Are they willing to go out but only want 2 or 3 people around? You might need to make those adjustments. For example, a lot of restaurants right now, if they are open, they have rearranged their whole dining rooms where you can only sit maybe 2 to 3 people at a time, and they've separated tables. Those things you need to take account for, or putting out patio area and keeping their dining like completely closed. Some cafes have been doing that. If you have a retail shop, having the opportunity to order online and maybe pick up in your store if you haven't done that already. Some of these have already been implemented, but these are some of the ideas that you need to probably think about if you haven't implemented that way already. So give yourself a realistic timeline. You may not be able to hire all your staff back. You may have to do remote working with your staff. Oh, thanks, Pam. You might have to do remote working. So when you're reworking your business model and you're reworking your financials and your plan, really think about what it's going to take to support your staff and support your clientele and what you'll be able to do. And the third thing that I was going to mention, that was third. 3 is part of your contingency plan. If you haven't already, talk to your vendors. If you work with vendors, talk to your landlord if you rent out a commercial space, and see if you can negotiate a new plan or new lease to kind of reduce the cost of your rent, or reduce the cost of working with your vendors. Your vendors don't want to lose you any more than you want to go out of business. So see if you can work out maybe a 3-month plan or a 6-month plan for the rest of the year, and kind of reduce your costs. And also find ways to make your space, if you have a store or an office, to be clean and safe and ready for clients if you haven't already opened up. So those are all the things that you need to be working into your plan with your contingency plan. And the big thing you really want to do is, if you have not already, but what I've seen that's been really successful for other business owners, especially for the restaurants, are, regardless if you're an online business or in person, or if you meet clients in person, for example, your insurance agent or a real estate agent, is you want to be very transparent of what your COVID plan is. And your COVID plan is like, how are you going to interact with people in the future? So for example, for restaurants, a lot of restaurants, before they open, they say, hey, even though, the stay-at-home orders opening up, we're not ready to open up yet. We need to kind of work out how we can safely get food delivered, safely get our employees in here, and be able to be prepared to have you. And so they've consistently been in contact with their clients or future clients or audience, and you want to be doing the same thing. So if you're online business or service based, make sure you're emailing your current clients, your email list, and even on social media, saying how you're going to operate in the future. There are a lot of coaches who meet in person. Maybe they're not feeling safe to open up and do in person, and they're strictly going to be doing virtual until a certain time. Be transparent on what you're doing to make things safe. And a lot of these restaurants are saying they're hiring cleaning companies to do like a full on sanitation kind of serious things. Those are things that people want to know when they're going to make decisions to either come to your place, visit you, or work with you. So be transparent about what your COVID safety plan is. Building or rebuilding or stabilizing your current customer relationships. Just like being transparent about what your plan is and how you're going to operate and how you're going to interact and keep clients and customers safe, you also want to still, this might be the time to double down on creating relationships. Some opportunities that you can do is, if you have their email address or a mailing address is even better, write handwritten notes and mail them out. Yes, there's a cost to the stamp, but what's 50 cents? I don't even know how much stamps cost now, but what's 50 cents to brighten a customer's day and make them feel like they're still thought about? And that way, when you are ready to reopen up or ready to, push new products or whatever services, you're still in the minds of your customers. So keep working on those customer relationships, and even on your leads, make sure you're still staying on the radar and being transparent. If you're taking a week off for mental health, be transparent. People love that. I've been hearing about a lot of local businesses that have been doing that in preparation of them reopening their store, and people have been loving that. So keep building your customer relationships, double down on that. And on top of that, I will add all your network partners, your strategic partners, make sure you're still maintaining those relationships as well. So when things start to open up, if you have a referral for them or they can give you referrals, it's still helpful. So all the normal things that you would do in a regular business networking situation, just go a little bit on the extra mile this time around, and keeping those relationships alive and keeping yourself still in the forefront in the mindset of your clients and your partners. Last but not least, this is the time to be innovative. I know it's scary to with changes. It's scary to try different things, but this is the time to be innovative. When everybody's going one way, go the other way. And that's where you are going to stand out from all the competition. For example, everybody's making masks now, but what is something that you can do that can be different? Maybe everyone is doing online coaching sessions, but you want to do this long workshop online for particular people. I'm just thinking of a few ideas. These aren't super innovative, but these are the things that are coming out right now. What is something that you can do that someone in your industry is not doing that you can do? Maybe it's putting together gift baskets if you sell beauty products or retail products, and creating a subscription program where it's a VIP subscription program, like those monthly boxes, but anybody who signs up for that specifically gets products that would not be in your store. And it's a great way to test out new products. So think about how you can be innovative and stand out. Most people aren't showing up on social media still. So this is the time to be on here every single day and talking to your clientele and your customers in a different way. Regardless if you have a retail shop or you have a service base, this is a way to connect one-on-one with clients. This year, the trend is still, I forget the actual terminology, but a lot of people don't like the one-to-many, they like the one-to-one. So in a way, like, go and engage with your clients who like comment on your posts. For example, Pam here has been so helpful in following me, and we've been talking in the DMs. So say hi, check in with them. It's a way to start building relationships. I know it's going to be a lot of work to continue on with COVID, or you're still trying to rebuild and be ready to open up. But these are things that are going to get you situated in place, and that way you know exactly what to do. The thing about COVID, it's going to drastically change how the world works. how people interact in the future. I don't see masks going away. I'm seeing a lot of people who are not going to be going out as much. So if you're in the industries that are impacted the most, like gyms, restaurants, coffee shops, there's still going to be plenty of people going out, but there's still not going to be as many people as before, especially for the events industry. How can you be innovative? For example, of my catering company, we haven't really got a lot of dings for catering events because no one's doing events right now, but people are slowly thinking about doing events or coming back. And what we've been offering is catering virtual events. So what we did once was we catered a virtual baby shower. And what we did, instead of doing like a buffet style at a place or everybody meeting in one place, what we did was create individual orders, package them up to go, and the host picked them up and they delivered them to all the members that were within their wheelhouse. So it was a local event, and everybody ate food while they had the Zoom baby shower. So, virtual events might be a way that caterer can still be innovative and still sell. So that might be some options. You might have to really be innovative about how you serve your clients. So sit down and think about how you can stand out and how you can really serve your clientele. There's plenty of problems out there that you can solve. But those are the top 7 things that I can think of that, regardless of what industry you are, if you're a solopreneur or have a team, that you should really be putting into place in order for you to be successfully running a business during COVID. I know you just popped in, but if you watch the replay, you can see all the points. If you guys have any other questions, not just about running a business during COVID, about business in general, let me know. But I hope all of that was helpful. Get some coffee because it is coffee chat. So besides that, some updates for me. We will be launching the next round of my group program based off market research and some feedback. I changed the name so people can really understand what the program is for. So it's the same program. I've added some more nuggets in there. Excited. Yes, I needed coffee this morning desperately. So the Focus to Flourish is going to be renamed Employee to CEO. And the program is a business foundational program, but it's specifically to help you shift from working like an employee or working your business like a hobby and really shifting into the business owner mindset and growing your business. So we're going to talk all things business strategy, funnels, workflows and automation, and pricing plans. So we're covering everything, and we're also going to cover all the mental stuff that goes behind being a successful business owner. So we're going to be tackling imposter syndrome, shiny object syndrome, and talking about how there's different roles and different personalities that run businesses and how you can best implement your strengths in your business. So I'm really super excited about that. We're actually going to be doing a 5-day challenge that I'm putting together, which you can start signing up on Monday, maybe this weekend if I get everything together, but I'm really excited about that. Changemakers Academy is going to be pushed because I'm really going to be promoting this. But one of the first classes for Changemakers Academy is going to be how to publish your book on Amazon. I've been getting a lot of people asking me how to do that. So I might be putting that course together quite soon. So you guys can either just get the course, or if you want to join the academy, it'll be available there. So if you have questions and wanted to publish a book, even if you're not ready right now, please send me all your questions so I can make sure I answer them and cover them in the course and all of that. Well, I don't see any questions, but let me know and I'll make sure to answer them for next Thursday. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., I switched coffee chats and added today. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about financial stuff, how to manage your financials. And let me see if I can remember the topic we're going to talk about tomorrow, because I already had it all set up. I don't think I can find it right now. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the type of business accounts, checking accounts, bank accounts that you need in order to run a successful business. I've been going back to my accounting roots. And so and I just reread Profit First. And so I got a lot of questions about that. So I'm going to talk about the business accounts that you really need to have in place in order to manage your money right and still have money at the end and be able to pay your taxes. Now, who doesn't want that? So you guys have an amazing day. I will catch you here on Instagram and the stories later in the day. And if you're here in Tucson, you're watching, I will be speaking at the Black Business Town Hall on Facebook. I'll make sure to put the link and share that in Instagram here, and I'll put the link here and all the comments as well. You guys have a great day.